Well, it seems that VATSIM has had some issues, so they're not going to be probably on. Don't know. So I thought maybe you guys would keep me company. Is that fuel? There we go. Alright. This will take a minute. KPBI. And where's that flight plan? There it is. KLZU. I've never flown into Lawrenceville. I've just got it in my head. I want to fly into all these regional airports around the big ones, and right now I'm picking on Atlanta. So let's see. So L1 and MATLK. MATLK R4. Next. MATLK Q77 Sharks. Q77 SHRKS R1 and SHRLT. Yeah, there were two VATSIM controllers on when I signed in, and that's it. Except that departure arrival, and we're taking the T-Bird and the MATLK 4 and 10 left. R1 exec 2, and we're going in on the Wergens 3. Next one and SHRLT 3, and we're going to do the ILS to 25. So we'll do that, and for right now, well, I'll put Conley in. Though I do have to look at that end. If a VATSIM controller comes on, that would be great, because it's a situation where you really want a vector. Next. Yeah. And I want to show the missed approach and go to less. Oh, see, you go right past your fix, go on out here, and there's the end of the star. So really, it kind of messes up the altitude restrictions because they're probably going to get a vector, so you know, it just makes it a little easier. Shut that off. And 400. 2 packs, 50 pounds. Take off. 0403. $25, 77 degrees, and 2992. Next, send. That should cover that. Let's go back to perf real quick. Just a quick look. 180. Next. And 180. Send that. Alright, so that's done. Legs. Okay. Where are we? Emergent battery switches on. Emergency lights are on. Armed. Standby flight display is on. Fuel quantity is checked. Avionics is on dispatch. Parking brake is set. Wheel chocks are removed. Cabin doors closed. Passenger briefing complete. Seats, belts, pedals. Let's do that, and let's turn those two on. Exterior lights as required. ECAS is checked. FMS is checked and set. Climate control selector is off. Throttles are idle. Start number 1. Lucas, how are you? It's good to hear from you. I'm doing well. You're up late. What are you doing? How's your sister? How's your family? Yeah, I think the VATSIM controllers may be done for tonight. They just threw up their hands and said enough of this crap, because there's, they had a server outage. 11 p.m. here in Brazil. Okay, yeah. It's amazing how much further South America is east than North America. You don't really think about it, and then you look at a map and you go, whoa. So let's start at 1, start number 2. Have you been simming? So if I go, so we're started. Ground power, avionics, climate control, and turn lights. That's pretty good. And let's see, so there's that. Trim is set. Light controls free and correct. Sometimes the airplane starts with the speed brakes up. I don't know why. Flaps are set. Hydraulic is checked. Avionics switches on, climate control selectors norm. Passenger safety light button is on. Trims are checked and set. Flight controls free and correct. Speed brakes are checked. Flaps checked and set. Hydraulic pressure is checked. Engine only. Anti-ice is not required. Takeoff data is set. Avionics. Yeah, this is an interesting star. That's it. How old is your sister? She's younger than you, right? This is an interesting star. Sid, I keep saying star. Palm Beach. T-Bird 4. It's got 2 pages. Rotate it this way so we can see it. Oh, come on. Can I not widen this? You depart here and go left. You gotta be above 2,500. No problem. 4,000. 6,000, and then at or below 12,000, and then at or below 14,000. I tried to do this last night. My sim crashed. And I tried to do it on LNAV. LNAV is aware of that restriction right there, and it's also aware of this one. But what it did was, it climbed me up, it held me at 12,000, and then it let me blow right through this 14,000 altitude. So I never reported it. I don't know if I want to, but that's obviously a bug. So I was just sitting there going, do I want to let LNAV manage this climb, or do I just want to put in 4,000 and then go on up to 12? I'll probably do that. Probably go 4,000 to 12. But the last time I tried an LNAV departure, I can't remember where it was. Boy, it just screwed it up entirely. It was a real low one. She's 12. Wow. Did it get better? Is FS 2020 better? In what way? I mean, it's gotten better, but you know, there's specific things about it that, you know, I want it to get. Like, for example, night lighting. I would still like improvements. You know, junk like this. Just, I mean, this is all believable. That, I don't know what that is. But this is all, looks pretty nice right here. And then when you climb up, there's a certain point where it looks really good, and then you get beyond that and it starts to look kind of cheesy and not too great. Yeah, and some other things too. Let's see. Takeoff data is confirmed set. Avionics. Let's see. So I said, let's see. So I'm going to go up to 4,000 because I figured that's what they would give me probably. Heading is 099. And altimeter. Let's see. I'm going to fix that too. Escape. Alright, so 2992 and 2992. Avionics are checked and set. Autopilot engage, disengage.
Autopilot.
Altimeters are checked and set. Pressure stations checked. ECAS is checked. Afterfighter doors are latched. Open. And I want to go over here. I can go here and get back to there, but I'll go here. Alright, and I can turn traffic on. Come down here to tune, standby. Make that 2200. Just in case VATSIM does come on. Do we want to sign up to VATSIM? Yeah, I guess I do. Because it's easy. I've already followed my flight plan. Of course, now I've got to say I'm going to take off at 2:10, 2:15. Everything else is the same. Yeah, it is the default CJ4. And they've got an update coming out for the CJ4. Like right now, these two displays are the same and the two FMSs are the same. When the new update comes out, these will no longer be interlocked and these will be able to display different things. So that's a huge improvement. I was thinking about that today, because there's really just not been a lot of really quality airplanes come out yet. You know, a lot of knockoff airplanes, a lot of goofy airplanes. I do have the CJ4 too, but it's got bugs, which they're working on. I bought it thinking that it was probably excellent. And it wasn't. Let's see, avionics switches on climate control selectors, norm pass safety light, trims, flight control, speed brakes, flaps, flex speeds. Takeoff data, avionics, autopilot, ultimate, check the ECAS, okay. And exterior lights and park and brake. So let's turn on taxi light and park and brake. And I believe the taxiway I want is right over here. Let's see, so Palm Beach traffic citation, taxiing to runway 10 left for a left turn on northerly departure, Palm Beach. And this is a weird one. Let's see, so if I remember, yeah, see? Your sister's 12 as of last month. That's got to make you proud. Oh. Hold on. Let's bring up a chart. Last time I had to go a weird taxi route. And apparently I have to do it again this time. So I thought taxiway Kilo was on this, but you know, it's dark. I didn't see it. See the aircraft image. Yeah, it oh, I don't want to do that. I went the wrong way. I was what did I do? Make the wrong turn? Look at that, I passed that too. Yeah, it does. It, you know, but that hasn't changed that much, I don't think. They have changed some of the visuals. They've got a cloud improvement coming, and they have been working on the weather. That's one thing that they've worked on quite a bit, and I think they've made some good progress is with the weather. Even though the turbulence still needs work. But then I'll probably be saying that for 5 years. I need turn that down. And turn this up. So I tell you though, the CJ4 looks, I mean, it's just beautiful. There's so much about that airplane that is done right, but it's got some significant bugs in the legs page and some missing functionality too. But this has got missing functionality. I wouldn't mind the missing functionality in that so much. But I tell you what I do want is, and I was thinking about this today, I want airplanes that are better than these airplanes. You know, if you want me to fly your airplanes, you want me to buy your airplane, then make it better than the CJ4. And it's a done deal. And so far I have not seen that anywhere. Which, you know, that says a lot about what they've done with the CJ4, I guess. But why would I buy an airplane that wasn't done as well as the CJ4 and then fly it? I don't know, maybe I'm picky. Lights. I probably am picky, but still, I mean, if you want to sell a lot of airplanes, then make it better than the default airplanes anyway. And there's a lot of room for improvement. Somebody could still do a TBM. Yeah, but you can display the charts. Well, actually, they're going to break that in this next release, so it's not going to work, and then someone's going to have to fix it. So that's the word that they put out. But yeah, that's handy as it could be. You know, I could get them here too, you know, where I display them in a pop-up, but I'm not a fan of pop-ups. Speaking of which. But yeah, I want an airplane better than this one. The CJ4 is close. If they fix those legs page bugs, you know, it would surge ahead of this airplane. And yeah, the CRJ, that's what I meant to say. It's a beautiful airplane on the inside, and they did so much work to it, and it's amazing. It's almost a PMDG quality. It's that good, except for the legs page. And then, wow, they fixed that. And one other thing, and yeah, close enough to PMDG quality, at least as far, you know, I don't know as far as the climb numbers and stuff like that, but it flies believably. But visually, it's a stunner. Gosh, it's a stunner, just in the cockpit. Stunning airplane. I like taking it up, but I can't, I just don't feel comfortable taking it up on VATSIM. There's people that do. I do see them do that, but I don't. Yeah. So yeah, they've been making slow releases of this. They worked on the G1000 NXI, and I was playing with it this morning. Took a flight over in Greece, and my idea was to go flying around Crete and just look around, see what I could see. And it was cloudy, and I said, you know, you could change the weather. And I said, I don't think so. I'll just fly around, trying out the NXI and seeing what its capabilities were. And it's pretty good. It's almost there. It just needs one or two more things. Got my checklist to do here before takeoff. Ice protection system is checked. Rudder bias system is checked. Seats upright. Flaps are checked and set. Speed brakes are 0%. Trims are set for takeoff. crew briefing. This will be a standard departure off of runway 10 left with a left turnout to 4,000 feet. If it get any abnormal indication below 70 knots, I'll abort, abort, abort. Stop on the runway, notify ATC beyond 70 knots. I'll only stop for engine fire, engine failure, loss of control, or something that makes me think the airplane won't fly beyond V1. I'm committed for the flight. Plan A is ATC instructions. Plan B is runway heading to 4,000 feet. All recoveries back to Palm Beach. Ground button is pushed. Battery amps verified. Get rid of the chart. Don't need it. Battery amps are good. I've got my traffic displayed over here. I'm going to put my radar on over here. My mouse. There, no, one more. There we go. Ice protection systems as required. Okay, so now we're ready to go. So, Palm Beach traffic citation, taking runway 10 left for departure with a left turnout to the north. Palm Beach. Alright, so... Oh, I didn't change my frequency. Right? 122.8. 122.8. Return. L1. Palm Beach traffic citation taken runway 10 left for departure, left turnout northbound. Palm Beach. How long is the route? It's about an hour. .4 miles. There's something 16.4 miles out there. Maybe if he's going to Palm Beach. Runway 10 left. 9,800 feet of runway from here. Big displaced threshold. Fairly big. Okay, so we'll get going here. Lights, icing, flaps, transponder, switches. Take out power set. .70 knots, cross-checked. Rotates. Positive rate, gear up, flaps up, yaw damper, IAS, climb power. IAS, I want to set that 175 will do. See if I bring up my chart. Zoom in. I can watch my airplane.
Altitude.
Coming up on my altitude. This flight, you asked me how long it is. It's about an hour, I think. All total. Here we go. Yeah, be late on this turn. Okay, and now I'm going to go on up to 12,000. Put the autopilot on. Hit climb power. Climb. And we'll do 240. IAS. Yeah. Well, your English is a lot better than my Portuguese, so. So we're out of the clouds. Well, almost. Let's see what's the temperature. I'm gonna turn on icing just because I'm checking. See, the weather they've made quite a bit more accurate. Still want them to work on these lights. Really want them to work on those lights. See, what I could do is I could do a VNav and then do a climb to 14,000. And I think I'd be comfortable with that. We'll see what happens. Spanish mixed with Portuguese. Spanish. No, yeah, right. Yeah, my Spanish. I haven't been practicing. Let's see if it levels off at 12. I'm just flying without a controller. If it blows through it, it blows through it. But I want to see. You'd think it would say altitude, maybe. See what it does. It's gonna try. Not bad. So that's interesting. When I did it, I don't remember. I'm trying to remember where it was. I had a star, and it was a very unusual star, and it was someplace here in Florida, I think. I had to climb to something very low, like 2,000 feet, and then it couldn't go above 2,000 feet, and then I had to okay, so now we can go up. So it didn't really touch anything, and it's doing its job. But I had to climb up to 2,000 feet and then climb up in steps, and it blew it. It just blew right through it. And maybe
altitude.
I don't know the trick. It may be luck that it's even working, to be honest. So I'm at 14,000 feet, so I can speed up. I think we speak Brazilian. What is what is what is Brazilian? Excuse me. What is Brazilian? What's that old joke? Someone says I've got like a Brazilian dollars. Somebody's taking on off of runway 10 left at Tampa. One zero left. 10 left at Tampa. I think he means 01 left. Yeah, this is a very, very good airplane, and it's getting better. Like I said, they just got to make an airplane that's better. It's going up to 40,000. But I flew in the DA-62 today, which was refreshing. Okay, let's hit IAS. Oh, I've changed my thing. I changed my controls today, so I'm messing myself up. Brazilian. Well, I don't know. And is this, are these tourists that say this, or is it just somebody you meet online? So if they're tourists, at least they come visit. Yeah, American. We don't know shit about other countries' culture. Well, we're already on 2992 standard. At least the pilots are on VATSIM. I guess I should turn that off. How's COVID down there, Lucas? Is it dying down? I hope so. Went to the US and the only thing they said they knew about Brazil was Maradona, but Maradona was Argentinian. I don't know who that is, so, you know, they know more than I do. I haven't flown in Brazil since that one night that you and I went up. I need to go down there. Might do that this weekend. I got nothing stopping me. It was beautiful. Yeah, I had a VATSIM controller for my arrival. Now I'm going to have to do a recalculation. I may have to fly that whole star. I don't know. I'll take a look at the altitudes when we get up to altitude. I've been flying in Greece. Oh, he was a soccer player. Okay. I like to watch the World Cup. That's about the only soccer I watch. That's pretty amazing. I don't watch a lot of sports, but I like to watch the Olympics and World Cup soccer. Those are the only two things I like to watch. When I was younger, I used to watch football and baseball. Something weirdly enjoyable about all that boredom. This will be a lot better once they get the antennas in, if they ever get the antennas in. That's Orlando up there, right there. Was a soccer player. Where was Pele from? Everybody knows who Pele was. going up over the top of all the airliners. Almost all of them. Okay, so I wasn't gonna take the chance and guess. With Pele. Well, I'm glad you survived COVID, so you've recovered all the way. I hope. No breathing problems or anything. There's Orion right there. I need to fly down in Australia and at least see this, you know, the Southern Cross, right? Never seen it. Good. I'm glad you're better.
Altitude.
Yeah, there's still people dying of it though. Set 96. So that does. And so on our arrival, legs, next. Is that right? There's no altitudes on this thing whatsoever? No. Why isn't this doing this? There we go. Yeah, let's see. Expect. There's an expect. At Wergens, there's an expect altitude. We would expect a 11,000 at 250 knots. But I assume that at SkyMe we would get a altitude. So what I'm going to do, since there's no ATC on, I'm going to go down here and give us a shortcut. And I'm going to go to, let's see, hold on, let me look at the approach again. Conley, okay. Conley is weird. I've never seen a final approach fix like that before. It's gonna make me log in. Always makes me log in. Don't hang my sim, you putz. There we go. Okay. If I go... I think it's KLZU. Lawrenceville, that's it. And go here. Show you this approach. There's Conley. Just a fix. Points that way. But that's one of the initial approach fixes. There's no altitude associated with it. Well, it says 3100. So what we'll do, I'll put in 3100 on it. We'll just make it that. And then we'll grab it and go up to SkyMe. And then exact that. That'll give us a reasonable top of descent. Yeah, over in Europe, my citation is sitting at Corfu. And I'm gonna head somewhere from there. The flight down to Crete from there is pretty darn short. Like a half hour. And then from there over to Turkey. And then I think Palermo. That's what I think I'm going to do. But I'm going to hang around that area for a little while. When I'm not, if I don't go down to Brazil. Which I think I'll do this weekend. Going a little slow, actually. I'll go up to 97. Let me see if I can do that. Let me see if I can, because I hardly ever do that myself. This is a new livery that you really can't see very well. But it's a nice color of blue. Wow, look at the moon. But yeah, I got that off of their website, Working Titles website. It's nice. Is my landing light still on? Holy shit, I never did my checklist. Sure is. There's my logo light. Yeah, it does have nice sound. It needs a few things though. It needs, you know, but it needs a 3D modeler. They need to make it to where the door opens. It just feels weird having an airplane that the door doesn't open. And you know, I love that view right there. That's a portal to another world right there. Every so often it opens. Yeah, and you know, visually display icing on the wing. They need to make the icing light work. So no, by any means, it's not a perfect airplane. Like I said, what I want is you know, if I'm going to buy an airplane, I want it to be better than this one. So, am I going to get the PMDG when it comes out in a couple months? I don't know how not to buy it, because it's, you know, it's going to be remarkable. And a 737 has greater range than a 738 does. So if I were going to buy any of them, I would buy a 737. It's got the greatest range of all those models. But then they're going to spend 2 months, you know, fixing bugs, and then release the 738. And then, you know, and then they'll do 2 more. So we're talking 6 months after it's released. And then they'll probably, I think they'll release the 747. And then they'll finally get to the airplane that I want, which is the 777, which I really enjoyed flying the 777. I used to fly it, not all the time, but a fair amount. You know, I flew it across the pond. It's fun. Just a wonderful airplane, and it's like flying a building. It's so huge. 747's the same way, but I didn't fly it very much, which surprised me. When I got it, I thought, why am I not flying this thing? I paid all this money for this airplane, and I hardly ever flew it. Am I still flying on X-Plane? Sometimes, not that often. I just really miss the visuals when I go over there. But Not to say I don't enjoy it though. But I do. I love flying the Phenom. And what else was I flying? Oh, I missed the Cheyenne. And I flew the 737 one time. You know, the visuals aren't that awful bad, but X-Plane 12. I've got my fingers crossed for them. I've got my fingers crossed for them that they'll do well. Yeah, I'll fly it. I know more about the things to avoid with it. It's got a different flow on takeoff than this airplane does. And it's a little bit quirky with the flaps. It's got so many flap settings. But it's beautiful though. Good chance I'll fly that this week. It's got shorter range than this airplane. I actually started a flight from Atlanta to Denver in this airplane. I was just gonna take off. I wasn't gonna stream it or anything. I was just gonna let it cruise and just, you know, enjoy the sights. And I turned around in my chair because I had to do something, bumped the controls, and oversped the airplane. So yeah, it was not happy, and it ended my flight, and I turned that crap off. I like to fly this at Mach 0.76, and I'm a little bit fast. But yeah, this is my go-to airplane, especially at night. But I have to say, the DA-62 today, it was with the new NXI. You know, nothing to sneeze at. It's not as good as the Aerobask. But it's not bad. All right, Lucas. It's good talking to you again. I'm glad you chimed in. Glad to see you're okay. Glad your family's okay. So I got this guy right here who's, what, 10 miles away right there? And it says minus 50. Does that mean he's 50 or 5,000 feet below me? Let's see if I can swirl this thing around. See an airplane that's 10 miles away. You would think I'd be able to see him. At night, you know, 10 miles in the spring. Apparently not. Here's the Big Dipper right there. And I knew it was there because this Cassiopeia right there. So it's opposite the North Star from Cassiopeia. It's a W if you go outside and look. Good night, Lucas. What do you do when there's no VAT sim, right? So I haven't flown into Lawrenceville before. I like flying into these little airports that are around the big airports. You see some interesting things. I mean, you get a controller. Sometimes you get some really interesting vectors, and then you don't pay $8 a gallon for Jet 4, JP4. You only pay $5 a gallon. As if that matters. But a lot of times that's what these airplanes do. Is they'll fly into a regional that's, somewhere near. Vertical Sim is going to be releasing Myrtle Beach tomorrow. Which I'll be all over that. I've been wanting that airport. I had it for X-Plane, and I enjoyed the shit out of that airport. I'd love for him to do Wilmington. I don't think he will, though. That's a difficult airport to do because it's built into to a hill. They built up the land and made a hill and put the airport on it. So the airport's kind of on the second story, but it's gorgeous. It's curved. It's got this beautiful curved awning, and it's got a really nice looking FBO. You'd think they'd give those folks a new tower, though, right? Not the greatest tower. But yeah, my daughter goes to college there. So. Yeah, he's right about the sounds in this thing, though. They are very good. So what's the weather at Lawrenceville? Gotta do my performance, too. Approach. So yeah, there's only a couple more airports that I gotta hit up here. I don't know that I've flown into DeKalb Peachtree on VATSIM, though I have flown into it a couple of times. I've flown into Covington. I've flown into what is KRYY twice. I don't remember that. I've flown into Fulton County twice at least. And then I've flown into Peachtree. I don't know that I've flown into KCCO, and I almost flew into Atlanta Raceway. I guess it is KHMP, but I got sidetracked. Covington was cool. And there's a couple more in the area. This is just outside the 30-mile range ring. And what this star does is actually just takes you around, almost completely around the 30-mile ring. You go inside right after Cater. So if I'm landing on 2.5, I'll be inside the 30-mile ring and probably below the Class B, which means I'll have to maintain 200 knots. No higher than 200 knots. Weather 2907. 290/7. And 50 degrees. A lot chillier than Palm Beach. 3008. Alright, and next. And so we've got 6 knots difference. We've got a 7-knot wind, so half of that is a 3. So that's pretty good. We need 2,500 foot of runway. We've got 5,900 feet available. Send is complete. Show the plate. You can bring up the plate here. Chart. Come on. I wish they would okay, so 109.95. And there's a locator outer marker 419. There we go. And let's see what else. Battle approach course is 249. Let's do heading mode. And let's do nav. I say 249. Yep. And back to nav, heading mode, there we go. Now we're good. I'll hit VNav and we're going to put LCL 3,100 feet. And then, what's the last thing? Oh, refs menu. And minimum is 1238 for all categories. There. Speeds. Verified. We're all set to go. So that guy is now, let's see, how close is he? Still about 10 miles. Still don't see him. And that star right there is Betelgeuse. Back there somewhere. Yeah, this airplane is where I go to relax. Like if I just want to relax and just fly. I've never seen the U.S. so barren of ATC. One controller. Well, no, two. Okay, so there's Albuquerque, and then there's Seattle. Ooh. Over speeding. I'll be going down in a bit anyway. Yeah, I'll have to show this new livery. Working title needs a 3D modeler to work on this airplane. So the door can open and close. It'd be nice if the cargo doors opened and the passenger doors open, and it had icing and an ice light. The TCAS lights. I know the landing lights, but what? I got a couple minutes. Where am I? We are. Yeah. That's the TCAS lights. Oh, and now Southern California's come on too. Every so often I think about Pilot Edge. I wish Pilot Edge would come to the East Coast, especially down here in the South. I'd sign up. They cover over half the country now. But they haven't grown very much from there. They've covered over half the country for a couple of years now. I used to be a member, but I never could use it because when I was flying, they weren't open. Alright, so VNAV, oops. much further. 12 miles. There we go.
Good morning, this is 5
So the airport elevation is $1,062. Another thing I wanted to make these runway lights, I mean, it's such a small thing. Make it behave like they do it in the real world. Like right now, the rabbit, which is that moving ball of light right there, would not be on. You should use the same settings as the real world, and it's pretty easy. There's charts that show exactly what to do. Keep it under 260. That's Atlanta up ahead. And I guess that's probably Macon and Warner Robins right there. I don't see the airport, so I don't know. So I got a birthday coming up. Should I get a fulcrum yoke? It's a lot of money. Well, I mean, it's not as bad as Yoko. Not nearly that bad. And I don't really care for the Yoko yoke that much because of the way it has its switches. Nashville just came on. That's a nice place to fly into. My course is set, my minimums are set, my altitude's set, the speeds are set. Altimeters are set. I could have just done a visual. I think I'll just do a visual. I don't need to go out there for the ILS. Let's see what is the official weather? 10 statute miles, clear below 12,000. We'll go to a 4-mile final. Accept that and perf. Not takeoff. What am I doing? Approach. Send that. 103, 110. Did change. It says 103, 109. Close enough. And thanks. Like that. And we want to be at 4 mile final, 1,200 feet. No, 2,400 feet. That would have been a screw up. The lower you get, the better the lights look. Yeah, the visual in the split, your final is only 1.6 miles, I think. So, I've got it in my head to do that. But I'll almost certainly have to finagle the winds because they almost always favor runway 5. There, we're on the path. Slow down. That's good. Yeah, that shortened up our flight path quite a bit with the visual. Now the lights look good. The wind is 2806, so it'll be a right crossing wind. Landing data set, crew briefing is complete. Avionics flight instruments are checked. Minimums are set. Fuel transfer is off. Exterior lights. Landing light is on. Ice protection is on. Still leave it on. Passenger briefing complete. Usually you just turn around and wave. And did I keep them sitting? I did, didn't I? I did. I think pressurization right now is 1500 coming down. There's not a lot to do with the pressurization system in the real airplane. You know, you've got this here, and then you got that switch there. That's it. What did I click? Oh, forget that. I love it when you get down here. Though I wish there was flashing obstruction lights. Okay, so we're slow to 200 because we're really close to that Class B. $190 would be nice. 12 miles.
978, right, heading 140.
Right, landing.
There's some traffic. Okay, so plus means they're higher than me, and minus means they're lower, which is what I thought. I just wanted to confirm that. $10 miles. Speed's good.
A lot of traffic, air kind of related to 5 mile final, 7 right.
So many lights out there, I don't see it. Be nice if you saw the roadways. Well, there's an airport right there. That's probably it. Almost certainly. Straight ahead from where I'm looking. So 3,600 feet. 192 knots. Radar altimeter just came on.
Altitude.
Yeah, that's it. Flaps 1. Gear down. 3 green.
Autopilot.
Some bumps. Yeah, following the flight director, it's lying to me. It's lying. Flaps full. I got this. Flaps are full. Gears down. Landing lights on.
500. 500. Minimums.
Ah, don't float. Flaps up, speed brakes up. Pitot heat off. Chart. And lights. I'll wait. Take your time. Think about which way you want to go. I wonder how hard it'll be for them to get vehicles to pull over. Oh, hello. Yeesh.
Delta 1234 landing on runway 275 out of our
I can break off, taxi light off. Let's see. Anti-ice off. Let's see, pressure station has protection system, altimeters. Chart off. Landing day, no, that's approach side. Parking brake is set, wheels are chalked, emergency light switch. Nope. Emergency lights off, standby flight display, avionics off, Climate control selectors off. Ice protection systems off. Throttles idle. Cut off. Exterior lights off. Off, 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 off. Battery switch. That's it. We are here. Welcome to Lawrenceville, north of Atlanta. Wow. Got a flight in. There we go. So Atlanta will be over there somewhere. Should be down there. I don't see it. It's 30 miles away, so maybe that's why. But looks like a gorgeous night. Gorgeous night to get some sleep. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time. Thanks for keeping